Ever since John McCain picked Sarah Palin as his running mate, the Republican Party has been portraying her as a hockey mom that represents Main Street American values. But her true values lie in her ties to the Christian fundamentalist community that helped her get elected as mayor.
Sarah's first election campaign was a strange and shocking thing for the Valley. It was so different from any other campaign that had been held here, even since.
As we got closer to the election, you can see the influence of the Republican Party in a nonpartisan race, and issues coming up about religion, about abortion, things like that were not normal parts of the election for the mayor of Wasilla.
During the campaign, Palin adopted the slogan, "The first Christian mayor."
Well, her definition of Christian is so narrow that even though all the previous mayors were Christians, she identified herself as the only Christian.
Wasilla is a very conservative community, very much rooted in the Republican Party, and Republican Party politics essentially came to Wasilla with Sarah Palin.
But Sarah Palin's rise to power was not an isolated event.
Sarah's campaign in 1996 for mayor coincided with national and local trends. This was the ascendancy of Christian right in the Republican Party. In the state of Alaska, there was a concerted effort to get members of the Anchorage Baptist Temple and other allied Christian fundamentalist churches elected into local and state office. And she was encouraged to run and supported by her church community, the Assembly of God, which is a fundamentalist Christian church.
I do not believe that we can understand Sarah Palin apart from her church relationship. The Wasilla Assembly of God is a Pentecostal church which is literalist in its interpretation of the Bible and apocalyptic in its theology. When I say apocalyptic, there's an emphasis upon the soon return of Jesus and the setting up of a righteous kingdom on earth.
During the time Sarah Palin was mayor, her church became involved in taking over the board of the local hospital.
The more conservative fundamentalist churches, over a period of 3 or 4 years, they were able to elect and control the operating board of the hospital. At the first meeting, when they had control, they passed a resolution ending all abortions at the hospital. The Wasilla Assembly of God and its membership were a key leader in this movement. There was one doctor who did almost all abortions. That one doctor became the target of the religious right coalition. Her office was picketed. She was really afraid for her life.
I have no problem with Ms. Palin's faith. I have no problem with her having her own faith and exercising that. What I have a problem with is when someone thinks that they have the right to impose their faith on others. Especially in the case of an abortion where Ms. Palin's stand is that she does not think an abortion is okay, even in cases of rape or incest.
And I don't know any strong pro-choice advocate who likes abortion any more than any anti-choice person. I think that if we didn't have people like Sarah Palin in the way, we could get a lot further to reducing the need for abortion. But unfortunately, what we've seen with both Sarah Palin and John McCain is that they're willing to put political rhetoric above the real healthcare needs of women. And in Alaska, there are limited services throughout the state. And so to think that you want to actually make it harder for a woman to access services just calls into question your compassion for another individual.
There's a lot of people out in America who want to know whether Sarah is the real deal when it comes to social conservatism. She definitely supports recriminalization of abortion. She definitely opposes same-sex marriage. She definitely supports teaching of creationism in schools.
She does not have a record of doing anything as a leader on women's and children's issues. I think women in particular were so attracted to Hillary Clinton's candidacy because you had this entire career to look at. And so we knew if Hillary Clinton was in the White House that we all would rise up. Under a McCain-Palin administration, it would be just the opposite. They would continue to move forward and they would enact policies that benefit the few and benefit the wealthy, and they'd leave everyone else behind.